Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, what we're going to talk about tonight is the beginning of something that I'm going to do at least one day every weekend going forward until November. We're going to talk about the races that we have to win, but we're not just going to say, hey, it'd be nice if. We're going to give you the breakdowns of what's going on, what the advantages are, where the poll counts are, what's actually happening, so you can be more informed as we go towards November. Now, for tonight's episode, I'm going to lay out everything, what we need to do, what we need to see, and where we can be, potentially, if Republicans win all the toss-ups, but also if Dems win all the toss-ups in the Senate specifically. The House is a foregone conclusion. The Senate is where it's at because that holds that filibuster, and that is what's kept us afloat for the last 2 years together as we spent developing this channel and this vision and passing the blessing on to the next generation. But with that, I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor who made the video this weekend possible, and then oh man, we are going to hit this, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think of not only the content, but also of this idea going forward, about one day every weekend, just so we can be abreast to our Second Amendment rights and how they're standing in the Senate. Now, the video today is brought to you by Nautilus Ammunition. Nautilus offers a unique opportunity to your Freedom Seeds, specifying an American 9mm and 223. They have a subscription service which ships directly to your door. By cutting out retail and shipping straight from the manufacturer, you win in a big way. You're talking about $3 to $5 a box. To get updates on sales and product releases, head on over to their Instagram. It's in the description box below. And thank you so much to not only checking them out for you guys, but thanks to Nautilus Ammunition for making the videos this weekend possible and being a returning sponsor. All right, brothers and sisters, here's the field. Here's the battlefield. I'm going to show you something that I think is crucially important. Right now, the current makeup in the Senate is 50-50. That's why we're hitting this so hard, and we're going to continue to do so. Now, I'm just going to lay out the math for you. If Republicans win every single Senate toss-up race, of which I'm about to show you, the final count in the Senate would be 53 Republican, 47 Democrat. That's how that would break out. Now, there's some independents in there, but I'm just talking about the caucuses. If Dems win every single toss-up race, the vote count will be 52-48. So either way, you're getting kind of close to what Mitch McConnell was saying earlier. Yeah, it's going to be slightly in favor one way or the other, most likely not 50-50. Now, there's lots of stuff to go through. I'm going to lay out the entire race, basically battlefield is the best way to say it, starting with Pennsylvania. Now, all of these races, you're going to hear in the media currently, oh, it's a blowout. The Dems have double-digit leads. Which, okay, a few things. One, it's 3 months out. Two, no Republican I know talks to a pollster. And three, those polls have traditionally been horrendously wrong from 2016 onward. So don't put a lot of faith in that. You can look at every other indicator, of which we will cover on Sundays, most likely Sundays, and I'm going to show you and lay out the case of what we think is going on here. But let's start with Pennsylvania. You have these two. You've got Oz on the Republican side. You have Fetterman on the Democratic side. Now, everyone in basically the media is saying that, ooh, Oz has no chance. Fetterman is going to win hands down. I'm going to tell you guys right now, right here, Fetterman has so many skeletons that are coming out of the closet and so many clips of him doing things like supporting universal ID, refuting universal ID for voting, like voting's shouldn't be done. Drugs are legal, all things like way beyond the pale. Trust me, that one is going to tighten real tight. Now, this one would be a flip. This is going from Pat Toomey, who's kind of rhino-y, and it would be either a Democrat or an Oz. So you're either going to hold it or you're going to lose it. That's Pennsylvania. Now, this one is close and near dear to my heart. This is Arizona. Now, Arizona, sitting governor there is a Democrat named Mark Kelly. Now, Mark Kelly is the husband of Gabby Giffords, i.e., our tie-in. Gabby Giffords runs Giffords.org. It would make me so happy if Mark Kelly in the Senate was no longer in the Senate and replaced by a Republican. Now, that would be a flip. So that would be +1 in the Republican column, -1 in the Democrat column. If Mark Kelly loses, that's a big deal because you've got now again, all of these candidates are Trump endorsed, but you have a Make America First candidate against or in replacement of Mark Kelly. So that's one. That's a big one to watch. This next one, Ohio. Now, this is with J.D. Vance versus Tim Ryan. This would be a hold. This is from Portman's old seat. Portman's retiring. We got to get a Republican in there to replace him. So this one would be a hold. If Democrats win this one, that would be down. That would not be great because then they've got one more in the Senate, obviously, as per the conversation we're having. But right now, again, polling across the board is showing 10 points, a point above every other Republican. Don't let that dissuade you because that is a bunch of hooey. Anyway, let's go on to the next one, my home state of Georgia. This one, you've got Herschel Walker versus Raphael Warnock. Warnock is in that exact same boat as Stacey Abrams. They sure are hoping and praying and wishing and dreaming that they're going to get this vote, this nomination, and all the candidacies. Stacey Abrams, particularly, she's losing to Kemp. Just saying. And that's for the governor race. But again, in the polls, you're seeing the same thing. Warnock is beating Walker until Walker pulled ahead this week. We're going to negate the polls for the second. The important thing here is Walker can actually do a flip. So that'd be +1 in the Republican column. And this final one, this one's kind of a sleeper. You've got Masto versus Lexalt, I believe is how you say it. Masto versus Lexalt. Now, this is in Nevada. If you flip Nevada, that is indicative across the entire United States because Nevada is traditionally a very blue state. That's a big one. Arizona, kind of on the fence. Pennsylvania, toss-up. Ohio, conservatively red by a long shot, Trump twice. Georgia is what they consider a toss-up. I personally think Walker's going to run away with it, whatever. But the big thing here is all of these candidates are all Trump endorsed. They're all Make America Great Again or America First candidates. Again, irritating the establishment, i.e. Mitch McConnell. Now, going back to Mitch's point in the video that we did earlier, even if Republicans win every single toss-up state, and these are the main ones we're watching, we might get some surprises out of New Hampshire. But if we win all 5 of these, again, that vote count is going to be 53-47. If Dems win, it's going to be 52-48 Democrat. So either way, you're talking about a pretty slim margin above 50-50 votes, no matter how you shake it. The main difference is you'll have a majority leader one way or the other. I personally think Republicans are going to pull it out, but that remains to be seen. Those are the races that we're going to be watching. We're going to be doing all sorts of stuff for political purposes on the Senate going forward because, again, the House is kind of a foregone conclusion. They've already flipped the House just through redistricting, but we're going to need a lot of extra seats there because you got a lot of California and New Jersey Republicans who vote with the Democrats all the time anyway. So you're going to need a big old boost there. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I hope that this is something that we can actually forward the Second Amendment rather than just being reactive, and I will see you tomorrow morning on the Bullet Points. I'm Braden. See you later.